Did you know that the path to financial peace isn't just about numbers and savings, but ancient wisdom that could transform how you think about money? Imagine building wealth with a mindset that brings calm, purpose, and fulfillment without the constant stress of chasing more. Today, we're diving into 10 timeless principles inspired by Buddhist teachings that can reshape your financial journey. Ready to unlock a new way of approaching money? Practicing mindful spending begins with developing a heightened awareness of where and why our money flows. In today's world, where consumerism is often encouraged, it's easy to fall into patterns of mindless spending. Mindful spending is about intentionally creating a pause between desire and action. Before making any purchase, whether it's a morning coffee or a larger investment, we can take a moment to ask ourselves a few key questions. Do I truly need this item? Does it align with my goals and values? Will this purchase bring me lasting satisfaction or serve a temporary craving? By creating a habit of questioning our choices, we give ourselves the chance to reconsider and decide from a place of clarity rather than impulse. Over time, this pause becomes an integral part of our spending process, helping us make decisions that support a more balanced and meaningful life. Buddhist teachings on mindfulness remind us to be present in each moment, observing without judgment. Applying this to finances, we start to view spending as a mindful action rather than a mindless routine. Each purchase, no matter how small, is an opportunity to deepen our awareness of our needs and values. For instance, we may recognize that a desire to buy certain items stems from emotional triggers rather than actual needs. By observing these impulses, we can address underlying emotions, such as stress, boredom, or a desire for comfort, rather than simply reacting. As we practice mindful spending, we gain a clearer sense of what truly enriches our lives versus what merely fills an emotional void temporarily. This process gradually rewires our relationship with money, allowing us to prioritize joy and satisfaction over instant gratification. Furthermore, mindful spending encourages us to differentiate between essential and non-essential purchases. By identifying the essentials that genuinely add value to our lives, we can direct our resources more meaningfully. Essentials are those items or experiences that support our well-being, growth, or long-term happiness. They can be investments in health, education, family, or hobbies that truly enhance our quality of life. Conversely, non-essentials often represent fleeting desires that, once fulfilled, may bring little enduring value. Developing the habit of distinguishing between these categories builds our sense of financial clarity, reducing stress and helping us stay aligned with our deeper goals. We come to understand that spending mindfully isn't about restricting enjoyment. It's about consciously choosing where our energy and resources go. As we practice mindful spending, we can also begin to implement simple strategies to reinforce this habit. One approach is setting spending limits, where we consciously allocate a portion of our income to non-essential spending, and once it's used up, we hold off on further purchases. Another is the 24-hour rule, which suggests waiting a day before making any unplanned purchases. By delaying gratification, we allow the initial impulse to subside, giving ourselves time to consider whether the item truly aligns with our values. Budgeting mindfully is another tool, as it allows us to assign a purpose to every dollar, ensuring that our financial resources are directed toward goals that genuinely matter to us. This practice not only empowers us, but also increases our sense of control and fulfillment with every spending decision. Embracing simplicity as a financial approach means letting go of excess and embracing only what we truly need. In Buddhist philosophy, simplicity is not seen as deprivation, but rather as a source of inner freedom. By choosing to live simply, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of accumulating more and more possessions. Simplicity redirects our focus from material wealth to inner wealth, encouraging us to find fulfillment in the richness of experiences, relationships, and personal growth. When applied to finances, this perspective can shift our mindset, helping us to see that wealth isn't about owning many things, but about feeling content and secure with what we have. By prioritizing quality over quantity, we can create a lifestyle that feels abundant without being weighed down by unnecessary financial obligations. Simplicity can manifest in our lives in various ways, from our homes to our spending habits to the way we use our time. In financial terms, this means focusing on value-based spending and reducing unnecessary expenses that clutter our lives. For example, instead of accumulating numerous material goods, we can focus on purchasing fewer items that serve us well and bring genuine joy. Instead of subscribing to every service or buying the latest tech gadget, we could choose those items that align with our goals and values. The intention behind simplicity is to remove distractions so we can fully appreciate and engage with what we have. This practice fosters gratitude, helping us recognize the abundance that already exists within our lives and reducing the constant need for more. Simplifying finances also helps reduce stress and anxiety. When we minimize our possessions and streamline our expenses, we create more room for peace and clarity in our lives. Financial simplicity could involve downsizing, reducing debts, or cutting down on recurring costs that don't add value. Imagine the freedom of having fewer monthly bills or the clarity that comes from a simplified budget. When we're not weighed down by financial complexities, we find it easier to focus on the things that genuinely bring happiness and well-being. This clarity frees up time and energy that we can redirect towards relationships, hobbies, and personal growth, nurturing a balanced life that isn't dependent on continuous accumulation. An essential aspect of embracing simplicity is setting boundaries for ourselves. In a world that constantly promotes consumerism, simplicity requires conscious choices and boundaries that allow us to resist the urge to overconsume. This could mean setting limits on how often we buy new clothes, resisting the temptation to upgrade our gadgets, or curbing spontaneous purchases that don't align with our long-term goals. Practicing restraint might feel challenging at first, but as we develop the habit, we find a deeper sense of satisfaction in the things we already own. Buddhist teachings remind us that contentment arises not from the things we have, but from finding peace in the present. By simplifying, we train ourselves to be content with enough, and in doing so, we cultivate a sustainable approach to financial well-being. Cultivating generosity as a financial practice opens our hearts and broadens our perspective on wealth. In Buddhism, dana, or the practice of giving, is a fundamental virtue that fosters connection and compassion. Generosity helps us transcend the boundaries of self-interest, encouraging us to consider the well-being of others alongside our own. Financially, generosity could mean setting aside a portion of our income to support charitable causes, helping someone in need, or contributing to the community. This practice reminds us that true wealth is not about hoarding resources, but about the positive impact we can create in the lives of others. By practicing generosity, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance, realizing that even small acts of kindness can make a significant difference. Generosity isn't only about giving money, it's also about sharing time, skills, and resources in ways that uplift others. In a financial context, generosity might include volunteering, offering mentorship, or supporting community initiatives. Each act of giving is an expression of interconnectedness, a recognition that our well-being is tied to the well-being of those around us. When we practice generosity, we experience a sense of fulfillment and joy that goes beyond material gain. In fact, studies have shown that giving can boost happiness levels and reduce stress, creating a positive feedback loop that strengthens our mental and emotional health. When we view our financial resources as tools for both personal and communal good, we cultivate a sense of purpose that makes financial growth feel meaningful. Practicing generosity also fosters a healthy relationship with money. When we give freely, we release the hold that money can have over us, transforming it from something we cling to into something that serves a greater purpose. Buddhist teachings often remind us of the impermanence of material wealth. What we have today may not last forever, and thus it's essential to use it wisely. By giving, we're reminded that true wealth lies in our ability to create positive change. Generosity helps us avoid the trap of greed and attachment, encouraging a mindset of trust and openness. The act of giving from a place of compassion and selflessness cultivates inner wealth, helping us feel fulfilled regardless of our financial circumstances. Another profound aspect of generosity is that it helps build relationships based on trust and kindness. When we offer help or contribute to others' well-being, we create bonds that enrich our lives in countless ways. People tend to remember acts of kindness and often reciprocate, leading to a supportive network that we can rely on during times of need. In this sense, generosity creates a form of social wealth, a resource that's often more valuable than money. By sharing our abundance with others, we invest in relationships that nurture and support us, reinforcing the idea that wealth isn't limited to material assets, but includes the connections we build along the way. Generosity, in its essence, teaches us that wealth is meant to be shared, creating a ripple effect of positivity in the world. When we adopt a giving mindset, we break free from the confines of individualism, allowing our resources to flow and reach others. Imagine the collective impact of a community where each person practices generosity. It creates a web of support that uplifts everyone involved. The wealth we share comes back to us in countless forms: friendship, gratitude, opportunities, and even financial returns. Embracing generosity as a financial practice empowers us to see beyond ourselves, fostering a legacy of kindness and compassion that enriches both our lives and the world around us. Practicing gratitude as part of our financial journey means taking the time to acknowledge and appreciate what we have, no matter how big or small. In a culture that often emphasizes accumulation, we can easily overlook the blessings already present in our lives. Gratitude helps us pause and reflect on our existing resources, shifting our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we cultivate a sense of contentment that reduces financial stress and dissatisfaction. Financial gratitude is not just about acknowledging our assets, but also recognizing the sources of support, opportunities, and even challenges that have shaped our journey. One simple yet powerful practice to cultivate gratitude is keeping a daily or weekly gratitude journal. Taking a few minutes each day to write down things we're grateful for can significantly shift our outlook. This habit helps us become more aware of the value and stability we already have. For instance, we might write about the security of a steady income, the satisfaction of a supportive community, or the joy of a shared meal. Each entry becomes a reminder of abundance, helping us realize that wealth isn't just measured in bank balances, but also in the meaningful moments and connections that enrich our lives. This shift in focus creates a foundation of appreciation that enhances our financial decisions, helping us spend, save, and invest with more purpose and joy. Gratitude also deepens our understanding of value, moving us beyond surface-level financial goals. When we regularly reflect on what we're thankful for, we become less focused on material accumulation and more attuned to quality over quantity. This perspective enables us to prioritize experiences, relationships, and values that truly enrich our lives, reducing the urge to chase after unnecessary possessions or status symbols. Imagine the peace that comes from valuing a close friendship over the need for the latest gadget, or from appreciating a cozy home rather than constantly desiring a bigger one. Gratitude allows us to approach finances with a sense of balance, helping us find joy in simplicity and appreciate the deeper aspects of wealth. The practice of gratitude also creates resilience, allowing us to stay grounded during financial challenges. When we learn to appreciate what we have, we become better equipped to handle setbacks. Financial setbacks like unexpected expenses or market downturns are inevitable, but gratitude helps us see these moments through a more constructive lens. Instead of focusing solely on the loss or difficulty, gratitude encourages us to recognize the lessons or opportunities within these challenges. For example, an unexpected expense may highlight the importance of emergency savings, motivating us to plan more effectively for the future. Gratitude turns obstacles into learning experiences, making it easier to move forward with a positive, growth-oriented mindset. Furthermore, gratitude strengthens our relationship with money, transforming it from a source of stress to a tool for well-being. By consciously appreciating our financial resources, we develop a healthier and more balanced approach to spending and saving. We begin to see money not as something to hoard or fear, but as a means of supporting our values and goals. This shift in perspective reduces the emotional strain that often accompanies financial decisions, helping us feel more in control and at peace with our choices. As we cultivate gratitude, we start to view wealth as a byproduct of contentment rather than a prerequisite, creating a foundation for lasting financial peace. Creating balance in finances means developing a harmonious approach to earning, spending, saving, and giving. In Buddhist teachings, balance is viewed as a vital part of achieving inner peace and contentment, and this concept applies equally well to our financial lives. A balanced approach means neither clinging to money in fear nor spending recklessly without consideration. Instead, it involves a thoughtful allocation of resources that reflects our values and priorities. Just as our physical health depends on a balanced diet, our financial health requires a balanced approach that considers our needs, goals, and responsibilities. By cultivating balance, we foster a sustainable relationship with money that enhances our well-being. To create financial balance, it helps to view money as a flow, where income and expenses are naturally interconnected. Instead of viewing spending and saving as opposing forces, we can see them as complementary parts of a whole. Each dollar that enters our life has a purpose, whether it's meeting our needs, supporting our goals, or enhancing our joy. For example, by creating a budget that allocates resources to essentials, future goals, and personal enjoyment, we build a financial plan that reflects both discipline and flexibility. This approach prevents us from feeling deprived or overly restricted, allowing us to enjoy our resources responsibly. By recognizing money as a tool for balance, we create an environment where our financial decisions align with our values. One powerful way to achieve balance is by practicing intentional budgeting, which involves setting clear priorities and making conscious choices. Traditional budgeting often focuses solely on numbers, but intentional budgeting goes a step further, aligning our spending with our values and long-term vision. This type of budgeting encourages us to allocate funds to areas that genuinely contribute to our well-being, while reducing or eliminating expenses that don't. For example, someone might prioritize spending on education, personal growth, or family experiences over impulse purchases or fleeting luxuries. By using money to support what truly matters, we create a balanced financial life that feels aligned with our sense of purpose. Financial balance also involves managing debt with mindfulness and caution. While debt can sometimes be a necessary tool, such as in buying a home or pursuing education, it can also lead to financial imbalance if not approached with care. Buddhist principles emphasize the importance of being mindful of our attachments, and debt can become a source of attachment that weighs us down mentally and emotionally. By being cautious with borrowing and focusing on paying off existing debts, we free ourselves from this burden, creating more space for growth and flexibility. Developing a plan to manage or eliminate debt allows us to regain control over our financial choices, reinforcing a balanced, grounded approach to money. Another aspect of balance is recognizing the need to adapt to life's natural changes. Financial circumstances often fluctuate, and maintaining a balanced approach helps us navigate these shifts with greater ease. For instance, we might enter a period of increased expenses, such as during a family transition or career change. In these times, a balanced mindset enables us to adjust without becoming overwhelmed or fearful. Balance teaches us to accept life's ebbs and flows, reminding us that financial stability isn't about maintaining a rigid plan, but about remaining adaptable and responsive to change. This flexibility helps us stay grounded during uncertain times, supporting a steady, resilient approach to financial well-being. Embracing mindfulness in financial decision-making transforms our relationship with money by encouraging awareness, presence, and thoughtful choices. In the fast-paced world of finance, where decisions often feel rushed or driven by external pressures, mindfulness offers a way to slow down and make choices from a place of clarity. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to pause, observe, and reflect on our financial behaviors and decisions. This approach reduces impulsive spending and emotional reactions, allowing us to approach finances with greater awareness and intentionality. When we bring mindfulness into our financial life, we gain a clearer perspective on our needs, wants, and values, creating a foundation for lasting financial peace. Mindful financial decision-making begins with becoming aware of our habits and tendencies. Often, we may find ourselves spending money out of habit, boredom, or as a response to stress, rather than as a result of genuine need. Mindfulness encourages us to examine these patterns with curiosity and compassion, allowing us to understand the motivations behind our actions. For instance, we might notice that we're more likely to make unplanned purchases after a difficult day or when feeling overwhelmed. By recognizing these triggers, we can develop alternative coping strategies, such as taking a walk, practicing meditation, or journaling. This awareness helps us make choices that align with our values, reducing the likelihood of impulsive spending. Another key aspect of mindful financial decision-making is setting clear intentions. When we approach each decision with a sense of purpose, we're less likely to be swayed by external influences or fleeting desires. Intentions act as a compass, guiding us toward choices that reflect our goals and values. For example, if our intention is to save for a meaningful experience, such as a family trip or educational course, we may find it easier to bypass unnecessary expenses. Setting intentions also allows us to create a mental framework for how we wish to interact with money, whether it's by cultivating financial security, supporting personal growth, or enhancing our relationships. With clear intentions in mind, we can approach each decision as a step toward our desired outcome. Mindfulness also fosters patience and resilience, qualities that are essential in the world of finance. Financial goals often require time and persistence, and the ability to remain focused on long-term goals helps us resist the temptation for immediate gratification. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to accept the slow, steady progress toward our goals without feeling discouraged or rushed. For instance, we may be working toward paying off debt or building an emergency fund, both of which require consistent effort over time. Mindfulness teaches us to appreciate each step of the journey, helping us stay committed to our goals with patience and determination. This calm approach to finances reduces stress and enables us to enjoy the process, rather than feeling overwhelmed by the end goal. A mindful approach also encourages us to be present with our financial choices, allowing us to consider both the immediate and long-term impact of our decisions. For instance, we may weigh the benefits of an impulse purchase against its impact on our savings goals, recognizing that each choice has a ripple effect. This awareness extends to larger financial decisions, such as career choices or investments, where mindfulness helps us remain aligned with our values. By considering the broader impact of our choices, we avoid decisions that may lead to regret or stress, fostering a sense of peace and satisfaction with our financial path. Mindfulness also plays a role in reducing financial anxiety by helping us stay grounded in the present moment. Financial worries often stem from fears about the future or regrets about the past. By focusing on the here and now, mindfulness encourages us to release these fears and approach our finances with a calm, balanced perspective. Instead of dwelling on what we wish we'd done differently or worrying about hypothetical scenarios, we learn to work with what's within our control. This focus on the present allows us to respond thoughtfully to challenges and opportunities as they arise, building confidence and trust in our ability to navigate our financial journey with grace. Integrating mindfulness into our financial lives creates a sense of empowerment and clarity, transforming money from a source of stress to a tool for growth and well-being. With each mindful decision, we deepen our connection to our values and goals, creating a life that feels aligned and purposeful. As we practice mindfulness, we build a financial foundation that supports not only our material needs, but also our emotional and spiritual fulfillment, creating a path toward lasting abundance and inner peace. Practicing kindness and generosity as a financial principle invites us to see wealth as a tool for positive impact and connection, not just personal gain. In Buddhism, generosity is one of the central virtues, viewed as a way to express compassion and reduce attachment to material possessions. When we share our resources, whether that's money, time, knowledge, or skills, we create a ripple effect that strengthens relationships, fosters community, and uplifts others. Generosity isn't merely about giving away money. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and contributing to the well-being of those around us. Financial kindness extends beyond donations and charity. It includes supporting fair trade, paying people fairly, tipping generously, and even sharing knowledge or encouragement without expecting anything in return. Generosity also helps us experience wealth in a different, more meaningful way. Instead of focusing on accumulating for personal security alone, generosity encourages us to view money as a source of shared joy and collective support. This perspective helps reduce attachment to wealth as we learn to value the role of money in enhancing our connections and uplifting those in need. Imagine how fulfilling it feels to provide resources that allow someone else to experience relief, opportunity, or joy. When we give with genuine kindness, we create a positive feedback loop where the act of giving becomes its own reward. Generosity brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes beyond the pleasure of acquiring new things or increasing our savings. Practicing generosity also nurtures a mindset of abundance. Instead of seeing the world through the lens of scarcity, where resources are limited and every dollar must be held tightly, we learn to trust in the natural flow of giving and receiving. When we give willingly, we remind ourselves that we live in a world filled with potential resources and support. This belief fosters a positive relationship with money, reducing the anxiety that often accompanies financial worries. Instead of fearing loss, we begin to trust that the resources we share will return to us in various forms, whether through new opportunities, relationships, or even personal growth. By embracing a mindset of abundance, we replace fear and doubt with trust and gratitude, which strengthens our resilience and opens us to greater possibilities. Generosity also brings a sense of balance to our financial lives, helping us avoid the trap of excessive saving or hoarding. While it's essential to plan for the future, a healthy financial outlook also includes recognizing the value of sharing. By allocating a portion of our resources for giving, we maintain a balanced approach to wealth, one that honors both personal needs and communal well-being. This balance prevents us from becoming overly attached to our finances, freeing us to experience the joy of giving without sacrificing security. Through this balanced approach, generosity becomes a natural and enriching part of our financial habits, contributing to our overall sense of fulfillment and contentment. The practice of detachment teaches us to avoid becoming overly attached to money and possessions, encouraging a relationship with wealth that's centered on purpose rather than possession. In Buddhist teachings, attachment is often seen as a source of suffering because it ties our happiness to external things that are ultimately impermanent. By developing a sense of detachment, we learn to appreciate and use wealth without letting it define our self-worth or dictate our happiness. This approach doesn't mean that we ignore financial responsibility or stop valuing our resources. Rather, it invites us to enjoy wealth without becoming consumed by it. Detachment teaches us that while money can bring comfort and security, true peace comes from within, independent of our financial status. Detachment also helps us make clearer, more mindful financial decisions. When we're not attached to outcomes or overly invested in specific results, we gain the freedom to approach money with objectivity. Imagine making a financial choice without the anxiety of what if or the fear of loss. Detachment enables us to weigh our options based on values and needs rather than fear or desire. For example, we might pass on an investment that promises high returns if it conflicts with our ethical beliefs or poses unnecessary risks. By reducing our attachment, we free ourselves from the impulsive decision-making that often leads to regret or stress, allowing us to act from a place of wisdom and clarity. One of the ways to cultivate detachment is by practicing mindful spending and saving. By asking ourselves if a purchase or investment truly aligns with our values and needs, we learn to separate genuine fulfillment from fleeting desires. This process requires introspection as we question whether our motivations are rooted in lasting satisfaction or a temporary sense of gratification. Detachment allows us to enjoy what we have without constantly seeking more, creating a cycle of contentment rather than a constant pursuit of accumulation. As we become less attached to material possessions, we find ourselves more focused on experiences, relationships, and personal growth, all of which contribute to a lasting sense of well-being. Detachment also brings peace during financial challenges, as we learn not to let our sense of self-worth depend on our financial status. Setbacks like unexpected expenses or job loss are difficult for anyone, but practicing detachment helps us remain centered even in tough times. By seeing wealth as part of the natural ebb and flow of life, we reduce the stress that often accompanies financial uncertainty. Instead of viewing challenges as personal failures, we begin to see them as part of the journey, allowing us to move forward with resilience and a positive mindset. This attitude makes it easier to recover from setbacks and adapt to changes, as our happiness isn't tied to any one financial outcome. Building patience in financial goals teaches us to appreciate the slow, steady progress toward our aspirations, recognizing that meaningful achievements take time. In a world of instant gratification, it can be challenging to embrace the gradual path, especially when it comes to wealth building. However, financial goals, whether saving for retirement, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund, often require years of dedication. Patience reminds us that each small step brings us closer to our destination, and that the journey itself holds value. Instead of feeling frustrated by the length of time required, we learn to find satisfaction in each step, knowing that progress, however slow, is still progress. Patience also cultivates resilience, as it teaches us to stay committed even when challenges arise. Financial setbacks, market downturns, or unexpected expenses can be discouraging, but a patient mindset helps us weather these storms with a calm, steady approach. Patience enables us to view these obstacles as part of the process rather than reasons to give up. For example, a market downturn may temporarily affect our investments, but by remaining patient and sticking to a long-term strategy, we're more likely to recover and grow. This resilience is invaluable as it keeps us focused on our goals rather than reacting impulsively to short-term fluctuations. Patience becomes a steadying force, allowing us to navigate financial uncertainties with confidence and grace. In addition to resilience, Patience helps us avoid impulsive financial decisions. When we're in a hurry to achieve results, we may be tempted to take unnecessary risks or make decisions without fully considering the consequences. Patience encourages us to slow down, evaluate our options, and make choices that align with our values and long-term vision. This approach reduces the likelihood of making decisions based on fear or desire, helping us act from a place of wisdom and clarity. By embracing a patient mindset, we learn that true financial success is not a race, but a journey, one that rewards those who are willing to wait and stay the course. Patience also enhances our ability to enjoy the present moment rather than constantly focusing on future goals. When we're solely fixated on what we want to achieve, we may overlook the abundance and opportunities already present in our lives. Practicing patience reminds us to appreciate the current stage of our journey, finding joy in the small milestones and everyday experiences. This mindset reduces stress and anxiety as we learn to trust that everything unfolds in its own time. Instead of feeling pressured to reach financial milestones immediately, we relax into the process, knowing that our consistent efforts will yield results. Patience brings a sense of peace and fulfillment, making the journey as meaningful as the destination. Embracing simplicity in financial matters involves cultivating a lifestyle that values quality over quantity and experiences over possessions. In a world that often equates success with material accumulation, simplicity offers a refreshing perspective that emphasizes intentionality and mindfulness. Simplicity is not about deprivation, but about consciously choosing to focus on what truly matters, letting go of excess and finding joy in the essentials. By reducing clutter, both physical and financial, we create space for clarity, peace, and meaningful experiences. Financial simplicity helps us avoid unnecessary debt, reduce stress, and maintain a balanced approach to spending and saving. One way to embrace simplicity is by focusing on our needs rather than constantly seeking more. In our society, where advertisements encourage us to acquire the latest products or upgrade our lifestyles, it's easy to fall into the trap of endless accumulation. Simplicity encourages us to pause and consider whether a purchase truly adds value to our lives. For instance, we might choose to spend on experiences like travel or personal growth, rather than material items that may quickly lose their appeal. This approach fosters a deeper sense of satisfaction as we invest in things that bring lasting joy and fulfillment. By choosing quality over quantity, we find that we need less to feel content, reducing the financial burden that often comes with consumerism. Simplicity also brings clarity to our financial goals, helping us prioritize what's truly important. When we simplify, we eliminate distractions and focus on what aligns with our values and aspirations. For example, we might decide to pay off debt or save for a meaningful goal rather than chasing after luxuries that don't align with our deeper intentions. This clarity reduces financial stress and gives us a sense of direction as we know exactly where we want to direct our resources. Simplicity helps us avoid financial overextension, allowing us to live within our means and create a stable foundation for long-term security. Embracing simplicity also means letting go of the need for external validation through wealth or possessions. In a world that often values status symbols, simplicity reminds us that true worth comes from within. By choosing a simpler, more intentional lifestyle, we free ourselves from the pressure to impress others or keep up with societal expectations. This mindset shift fosters inner peace and self-confidence, as we no longer rely on material items to define our self-worth. Instead, we find fulfillment in relationships, personal growth, and experiences that resonate with our values. By releasing the need for excess, we create a life that feels authentic and aligned with our inner purpose. Simplicity in finances also promotes sustainability as we become mindful of how our choices impact the environment and society. By reducing consumption, we contribute to a more sustainable future, recognizing that every purchase has an effect beyond our immediate satisfaction. This awareness fosters a sense of responsibility as we choose to support businesses and practices that align with our values. Simplicity encourages us to live in harmony with the world around us, making choices that benefit not only ourselves, but also the greater community. By aligning our financial habits with our ethical beliefs, we create a life that's both fulfilling and sustainable, a life where each financial decision contributes to a more positive world. As we've explored today, financial well-being is about so much more than income and expenses. By embracing these ancient principles, you're not just managing money, you're creating a path of peace, purpose, and true abundance. Imagine a life where your finances align with your values, where every choice feels intentional, and where prosperity flows naturally. Start small, take one principle at a time, and see how each shift brings you closer to a balanced, fulfilling life. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this journey with others. Let's build a community rooted in mindful abundance, one step, one principle at a time. Thank you for joining me today. Your bedroom is meant to be a sanctuary for rest and rejuvenation, but did you know it can also silently affect your finances? In Buddhism, the external world often mirrors our internal state, and clutter or misplaced energy in your personal space could be holding you back, financially and spiritually. Let's explore 5 common bedroom items that may be draining your prosperity. A cluttered nightstand may seem like a small, harmless issue, but it holds more weight than we realize. Each object on your nightstand, whether it's a half-read book, loose change, or a forgotten receipt, tells a story of unfinished tasks or unresolved thoughts. This creates a constant mental tug-of-war, even while you sleep. Every glance at the mess is a subconscious reminder of what you haven't done, keeping your mind in a state of overwhelm. Such scattered energy makes it harder to concentrate on what truly matters, including opportunities for growth and abundance. In Buddhist practice, simplicity is a cornerstone of mindfulness. When your nightstand is clear and intentional, it becomes a place of calm and focus. Instead of chaos, it can hold a small lamp for soft light, a journal for gratitude, or a glass of water to nourish your body. These purposeful items allow you to begin and end your day with clarity, setting the tone for mindful actions that ripple through your life. Without even realizing it, this small shift can start opening the mental space you need to recognize and attract financial opportunities. This principle ties back to the law of cause and effect. The way we care for our surroundings directly impacts our inner state. When our immediate environment is filled with clutter, it mirrors internal confusion, keeping us distracted and unfocused. This distraction prevents us from engaging deeply with our goals, leading to missed chances and poorly managed resources. By contrast, a clear nightstand invites calmness, offering a sense of control and readiness to handle life's demands. When you take a moment to tidy your nightstand, you're also practicing mindfulness. You're pausing to assess what's worth keeping and what's not, a skill that extends beyond physical objects to financial decisions. For example, the same mindfulness you use to decide whether an old receipt still serves you can help you evaluate whether a particular expense aligns with your goals. This habit of discernment becomes a foundation for living intentionally and managing your resources wisely. Moreover, the objects we choose to keep near us hold energy. If your nightstand is dominated by items associated with stress, like overdue bills or reminders of unfinished tasks, this energy seeps into your subconscious. As you sleep, your mind processes these symbols of scarcity, creating a sense of lack that carries into your waking hours. This lack-based mindset subtly affects your financial behaviors, from avoiding risks to feeling undeserving of abundance. In contrast, a minimalist nightstand with meaningful items encourages an abundance mindset. A gratitude journal, for instance, can remind you of the wealth you already have in relationships, opportunities, and experiences. This shift in focus from scarcity to gratitude can spark creative solutions and attract positive outcomes. By embracing this practice, your nightstand becomes not just a surface for objects, but a quiet partner in your journey toward financial wellness. Think about the first thing you see when you wake up. Is it an inspiring symbol of your goals or a chaotic mess that fuels anxiety? Your environment has a profound impact on your mood and mindset, shaping how you approach the day ahead. If your morning begins with a sense of peace and purpose, you're more likely to carry that energy into your interactions, decisions, and financial habits throughout the day. When you declutter your nightstand, you're also creating space for intentionality. This act signals to your subconscious that you're ready to release what no longer serves you. The same principle applies to financial growth, letting go of unnecessary expenses and focusing on meaningful investments. A clear nightstand becomes a visual representation of this larger practice, reinforcing the idea that simplicity breeds prosperity. Another hidden impact of a cluttered nightstand is how it affects your ability to rest. Sleep is essential for both mental clarity and decision-making, and an overburdened space disrupts this process. When you're surrounded by clutter, your brain stays in a heightened state of awareness, unable to fully relax. Over time, this lack of rest can lead to poor judgment and impulsive decisions, including financial ones. Clearing your nightstand not only improves your sleep, but also enhances your relationship with money. Rested and refreshed, you can approach financial challenges with a calm and clear mind. This clarity helps you prioritize spending, spot opportunities, and avoid the trap of scarcity thinking. Small steps like this can have a cumulative effect, leading to more thoughtful and prosperous choices. Even the process of cleaning your nightstand can be transformative. As you sort through the items, you're forced to confront habits and patterns you may not have noticed. Why did you keep that empty pen? What does it represent? This act of reflection brings awareness to your relationship with material possessions, which often mirrors your relationship with money. The insights gained here can help you break free from limiting beliefs and create a healthier financial mindset. Your nightstand also serves as a boundary between you and the rest of the world. When it's cluttered, it allows external chaos to intrude on your personal sanctuary. This invasion blurs the line between rest and productivity, leaving you feeling perpetually behind. By simplifying your nightstand, you create a clear boundary that protects your peace and enhances your ability to focus on what truly matters. It's easy to underestimate the power of small changes, but they often have the most profound impact. A tidy nightstand might seem insignificant, but it represents a shift in perspective. A commitment to living with intention and clarity. This shift doesn't just improve your relationship with your space, it spills over into every aspect of your life, including your finances. As you commit to maintaining a clear nightstand, you'll likely notice other areas of your life beginning to align. Your spending habits might become more intentional, your workspace more organized, and your interactions more mindful. This domino effect underscores the interconnectedness of our choices, showing how even the smallest actions can lead to greater harmony and abundance. Ultimately, your nightstand reflects your priorities. A cluttered space signals a lack of attention to your needs, while a clear one shows respect for your well-being. This respect extends to your finances, encouraging you to make decisions that honor your values and goals. In this way, your nightstand becomes a silent but powerful ally in your journey toward prosperity. Broken or neglected items, objects like a cracked mirror, burned-out light bulbs, or worn-out bedding, are often overlooked in the rush of daily life, but their presence can have a significant impact on your mindset and energy. These items are not merely functional, they hold symbolic value in your environment. When you allow broken or neglected objects to remain in your space, they act as subtle reminders of things left unresolved or unattended in your life. In Buddhist teachings, this reflects a deeper principle. What we surround ourselves with shapes our inner world. When an item in your bedroom is broken, its stagnant energy can create a sense of frustration or neglect, even if you don't consciously notice it. This unaddressed tension can manifest in other areas of life, including your finances. For instance, a burned-out light bulb may seem inconsequential, but it symbolizes dimmed potential. It subtly reinforces the idea that parts of your life remain in the shadows, unlit and unfulfilled. Similarly, a cracked mirror might distort your reflection, skewing your perception of self-worth and possibilities. Worn-out bedding is another example of how neglect can seep into your personal energy field. When your sheets or blankets are frayed, discolored, or uncomfortable, they can unconsciously signal that you are undeserving of comfort and luxury. This belief may lead you to unconsciously settle for less in other areas of life, including finances. Sleeping in such an environment each night reinforces this narrative, embedding it deeply into your subconscious. Think about the message you send to yourself by living with these broken or neglected items. They can create an underlying sense of scarcity, an impression that you cannot afford to repair or replace them. This belief may extend into your financial mindset, making it harder for you to feel abundant or take risks that could lead to greater prosperity. These small details might not seem directly connected to money, but they contribute to a pattern of thought that affects your entire outlook. Addressing these issues is an act of mindfulness. When you repair a broken object, replace a burned-out bulb, or invest in high-quality bedding, you are not just fixing the physical item. You are also sending a message to your mind that you value your well-being and deserve abundance. These actions, while seemingly minor, carry deep symbolic power. They create a ripple effect that can improve your energy, confidence, and even your ability to attract wealth. For example, replacing a light bulb immediately brightens your space, making it feel more inviting and inspiring. This simple act can lift your mood and enhance your productivity. Two qualities that are essential for financial growth. Similarly, replacing a cracked mirror with one that reflects your image clearly and beautifully can improve your self-perception. When you see yourself in a positive light each day, it becomes easier to approach the world with confidence and optimism. Neglecting these items, on the other hand, can weigh on your mental state, even if you're not fully aware of it. Each time you see the broken mirror or feel the discomfort of worn bedding, you are reminded of a problem left unsolved. This can contribute to feelings of stagnation and frustration, which are antithetical to financial progress. Prosperity requires a mindset of flow and possibility, not one of blockage and hesitation. Moreover, holding on to broken or neglected items often stems from a scarcity mindset, the fear that you cannot afford to replace them or that it's not worth the effort. This mindset reinforces itself over time, making it harder to break free from cycles of lack. In contrast, taking action to repair or replace these items fosters a sense of empowerment. It shows you that you are capable of creating a better environment for yourself, which in turn fosters a belief in your ability to improve other areas of life, including your finances. Even if you feel that your resources are limited, there are creative ways to address these issues. For instance, you could sew or patch up your bedding if replacing it entirely isn't an option. You could repurpose an old mirror frame or borrow tools to fix it yourself. The key is to approach the task with a sense of care and intention. When you dedicate time and effort to improving your environment, you demonstrate respect for yourself and your space. This act of respect extends beyond the physical realm. It signals to your subconscious mind that you are worthy of attention, care, and improvement. This shift in mindset can have profound effects on how you perceive opportunities and challenges in your financial life. Instead of feeling defeated by limitations, you begin to see possibilities and solutions. In Buddhist teachings, the act of repairing or maintaining your environment is seen as a practice of mindfulness and compassion. It is not merely about fixing things. It is about cultivating a space that reflects your values and aspirations. When your environment feels whole and harmonious, you are more likely to feel the same way within yourself. This inner harmony creates the ideal conditions for financial growth and abundance. Finally, remember that addressing broken or neglected items in your bedroom is a process, not a one-time task. As you begin to clear away these sources of stagnation, you may notice subtle shifts in your energy and mindset. Over time, these changes can accumulate, creating a profound transformation in how you approach life and finances. Hidden clutter under the bed. The area under your bed often becomes an unseen repository for forgotten items, creating a space where clutter accumulates and stagnates energy. In the practice of mindfulness, every element in your environment contributes to your overall well-being, and the hidden clutter beneath your bed can have a subtle but significant impact. When energy becomes trapped, it reflects in your life as obstacles, whether in relationships, personal growth, or even financial stability. Often we overlook this hidden space, assuming it doesn't matter because it's out of sight. However, just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's harmless. The subconscious mind is highly receptive during sleep. It processes unresolved thoughts, emotions, and even external stimuli, which is why maintaining a clear, open space around your bed is vital. The clutter stored underneath acts as a barrier, preventing energy from circulating freely and adding an unspoken weight to your mental and emotional state. You might wake up feeling heavy or unsettled without realizing why. When the space under your bed is filled with unnecessary items, it can symbolize hoarding emotions, unfulfilled goals, or even financial stress, keeping these issues unresolved. Another subtle effect of underbed clutter is its tendency to create stress through subconscious associations. For example, items like unpaid bills, outdated belongings, or even sentimental objects that carry negative memories can inadvertently tether you to the past. These objects hold energy, and when placed in a space of rest, they can disturb the energetic balance needed for rejuvenation. Without a fresh, clear space to rest your mind and body, it becomes harder to cultivate clarity and attract abundance in your waking life. Many people store items under the bed out of convenience, viewing it as an extra space for storage rather than an area that needs attention. This often results in a collection of mismatched, forgotten, or outdated possessions. From a mindful perspective, the environment around you mirrors your internal state. The items you keep, especially in intimate spaces like the bedroom, should align with the energy you want to cultivate. If the space under your bed is cluttered, it reflects an internal unwillingness to let go of what no longer serves you. Clearing the space under your bed is not merely an act of tidying up. It's a symbolic and practical step toward inviting flow and renewal into your life. Each item removed allows you to release old energy, making room for new opportunities and clarity. As you declutter, consider the significance of what you're discarding. Letting go of something physically often mirrors the release of an emotional or mental burden. This simple act can be transformative, creating a ripple effect that extends into other areas of your life, including your finances. Sleep is sacred. It's a time when your body and mind restore themselves. Yet, the energy of the environment where you sleep directly influences how well this restoration occurs. Underbed clutter disrupts this process, creating an energetic blockage that seeps into your subconscious mind. You may find yourself holding on to scarcity mindsets or feeling stuck in a loop of repetitive challenges without a clear sense of why. By clearing this space, you provide your subconscious with a clean slate to process and release thoughts unencumbered by external distractions. The choice of what to keep under your bed also matters. If storage is unavoidable due to limited space, mindfully select items that contribute to calm and comfort, such as extra bedding or soft textiles. Avoid storing sharp, heavy, or emotionally charged objects, as these can create tension in your subconscious mind. The key is to ensure that everything in your bedroom, including what's hidden, aligns with your intention for harmony, abundance, and peace. Even a small adjustment like this can make a noticeable difference in how you feel and function. Energetic flow is an integral concept in both mindfulness and various cultural practices, including feng shui. When energy flows freely around and beneath your bed, it promotes a sense of ease, allowing you to wake up feeling refreshed and aligned with your goals. On the other hand, stagnant energy created by clutter can manifest as lethargy, procrastination, or a lack of motivation. This sluggishness can extend to your financial habits, making it harder to manage money effectively or seize opportunities for growth. The act of decluttering is therefore not just physical, but also deeply symbolic. As you engage in the process of clearing underbed clutter, it's an opportunity to practice mindfulness and gratitude. Pay attention to the emotions and thoughts that arise as you sort through each item. Reflect on why it was stored there in the first place and whether it continues to serve a purpose in your life. By doing this, you transform the task from a chore into a practice of self-awareness and intentional living. Each decision to let go of an item is a step toward unburdening yourself and creating space for what truly matters. Another profound benefit of clearing the space beneath your bed is the sense of lightness it brings to your physical and emotional state. Many people report feeling an immediate shift in their mood and perspective after completing this task. It's as though removing the physical weight from under the bed also removes a mental and emotional weight, freeing them to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. This sense of liberation can inspire you to make other positive changes in your environment and daily habits, reinforcing a cycle of growth and abundance. What you choose to surround yourself with has a direct impact on your energy, mindset, and behaviors. The items hidden under your bed may seem inconsequential, but they influence your subconscious more than you realize. This influence extends to how you view and manage your resources, including time and money. By cultivating a space of simplicity and intention, you encourage habits that support mindfulness and financial well-being, such as careful planning, thoughtful spending, and a focus on long-term goals. It's worth noting that decluttering is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. As your needs and circumstances change, so too should the energy of your living space. Periodically revisiting the space under your bed ensures it remains a source of calm and clarity rather than an overlooked area of chaos. This practice also serves as a gentle reminder to check in with yourself and assess whether your current environment supports your aspirations. Mindfulness teaches us that small, consistent actions have profound impacts over time. Clearing the space under your bed may seem like a minor task, but its ripple effects can be felt across various aspects of your life. It's a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness between your environment, emotions, and behaviors. When approached with intention, even the simplest act can serve as a catalyst for deeper transformation. In Buddhist teachings, the principle of non-attachment emphasizes letting go of what no longer serves us to make space for growth and abundance. This principle applies as much to our physical surroundings as it does to our thoughts and emotions. By intentionally clearing the space under your bed, you practice letting go in a tangible way, aligning yourself with this timeless wisdom. It's an act of faith in your ability to create and attract positive change, both in your personal life and your financial journey. An unbalanced bed placement. The placement of your bed is more significant than it might seem at first glance. In many traditions, including feng shui, the orientation and position of your sleeping space influence not only how well you rest, but also the flow of energy in your life. From a mindfulness perspective, this is about creating harmony, balance, and security in your environment, which can directly affect your sense of stability and financial mindset. A bed awkwardly crammed into a corner or facing directly toward the door can disrupt this natural flow, subtly creating a feeling of unease that seeps into your waking life. When your bed feels unbalanced in its placement, it can unconsciously contribute to feelings of instability. Imagine lying in a bed placed awkwardly under a sloped ceiling or positioned in a way that makes you feel exposed. Even if you don't consciously notice it, these subtle details can create a sense of restlessness that impacts the quality of your sleep. Poor sleep, in turn, can cloud your decision-making and prevent you from approaching financial opportunities with clarity and confidence. The relationship between sleep and financial well-being is well documented. When you lack restful sleep, stress levels rise, and stress has a direct impact on your ability to think creatively or solve problems. These are critical skills when it comes to navigating financial challenges or identifying opportunities for growth. A well-placed bed can feel like a refuge, grounding you at the end of the day and offering a sense of renewal for the next. In contrast, a bed placed without intention can be like a constant, nagging reminder of chaos or imbalance in your life. For instance, a bed that faces a doorway may create a feeling of exposure, as though your energy is leaking out into the open space rather than being contained. Likewise, if the bed is squeezed into a corner with one side inaccessible, it can create a sense of restriction, which might translate into feeling trapped or limited in your choices and opportunities. Imagine how different it feels to sleep in a space that feels symmetrical, with ample breathing room on both sides of the bed. The openness around you invites a sense of expansiveness and possibility, even if your room is small. Arranging your bed thoughtfully with a solid wall at your back and a clear view of the room can create a sense of protection and stability. This, in turn, allows you to rest deeply and wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the challenges of the day. When your sleeping space feels safe and harmonious, it creates a ripple effect on your mindset. A secure and well-placed bed subtly reinforces your confidence in your own stability and choices. This sense of inner security can help you approach financial matters with a calm and grounded perspective. Instead of reacting impulsively out of fear or stress, you may find yourself better equipped to make thoughtful, strategic decisions. Furthermore, the space directly surrounding your bed should be inviting and uncluttered. A bed hemmed in by piles of laundry or random items stacked on the floor can create a sense of chaos. This clutter represents unfinished tasks and unresolved energy, both of which can weigh on your mind and prevent you from fully relaxing. Clearing this space not only improves the physical flow around your bed, but also encourages a mental reset each time you lie down. Another aspect to consider is the symbolic significance of the headboard. A sturdy headboard can act as a metaphorical and literal support system. It provides a sense of grounding, helping you feel anchored even as you sleep. Without one, you may feel as though something is missing, even if you can't quite articulate what it is. This missing element can subtly manifest as a lack of security in other areas of your life, including your finances. Your choice of bedding also matters. Scratchy, old, or uncomfortable linens can affect the quality of your sleep, which indirectly impacts your mental clarity. Investing in high-quality bedding is not about luxury for its own sake. It's an act of self-care and a reflection of how much you value your well-being. When you prioritize your comfort, you send a powerful message to yourself that you deserve abundance and ease. Color psychology also plays a role in how your bed placement impacts your energy. Bright, overly stimulating colors or harsh patterns near your bed can make it difficult to relax. On the other hand, calming tones like soft blues, greens, or neutral shades can encourage a sense of peace. Surrounding yourself with soothing visuals helps to align your mind with the intention of creating prosperity and balance in your life. The connection between your sleeping environment and financial well-being may seem abstract, but it is deeply rooted in the principles of mindfulness and energy flow. Everything in your space has an impact on your subconscious mind. A poorly placed bed disrupts your ability to fully recharge, while a thoughtfully arranged space reinforces your sense of control and stability, both essential qualities for financial success. Take a moment to reflect on how you feel in your current sleeping arrangement. Does it feel like a place where you can truly let go of the day's worries? Or does it feel cluttered, chaotic, or poorly planned? These are not trivial questions. Your ability to rest deeply and wake up feeling empowered is directly tied to how intentionally you've designed your sleeping space. Making even small adjustments to the placement of your bed can lead to profound changes in how you experience your space. By creating a bedroom environment that feels balanced and intentional, you align your internal energy with the potential for abundance and success. Every aspect of your room, from the position of your bed to the colors and textures around it, can work together to support your journey toward financial stability and personal growth. Overwhelming decor or negative symbols. Items in your bedroom can hold symbolic meaning, affecting not only your mindset but also your energy toward abundance. Negative symbols or overwhelming decor may be creating subconscious barriers to financial success, even if you're not fully aware of their impact. A bedroom filled with chaotic imagery, such as paintings of storms or abstract art that feels unsettling, can amplify stress. Stress, in turn, creates mental clutter, leaving little room for creative problem-solving or financial opportunities. Even something as simple as choosing dark, moody colors over calming, uplifting tones can subtly influence your mood and decision-making processes. Take mirrors, for example. Mirrors are powerful in both a literal and metaphorical sense, reflecting energy throughout a space. Too many mirrors, or mirrors positioned to reflect the bed, may disrupt the calming environment needed for restful sleep. Poor sleep can lower productivity and resilience, two key ingredients in financial success. While the ancient principles of Feng Shui caution against certain mirror placements, the practical takeaway is to use decor that promotes restfulness, not constant reflection. Instead of multiple mirrors, consider incorporating soft, nurturing elements like candles or flowing curtains that help soften the energy of the space. Similarly, overly busy patterns in textiles or wall art can overstimulate the senses. When your bedroom feels chaotic, it becomes harder to unwind fully. A restless mind is less capable of focusing on goals, and financial planning often takes a back seat to simply trying to feel calm. Patterns that are loud or discordant can signal disorder to your subconscious, even when the rest of your home feels organized. This is why choosing simple, harmonious decor is an investment not just in your comfort, but in your mental clarity and, by extension, your financial mindset. Negative symbols aren't always obvious. Sometimes they're hidden in plain sight, such as imagery associated with loneliness, struggle, or even failure. For instance, artwork showing solitary figures in barren landscapes may unintentionally foster feelings of scarcity. While such pieces might be artistically appealing, they may not contribute to a sense of prosperity or well-being. Swapping these items for imagery of growth, abundance, or community can subtly shift your perspective, creating an environment that supports financial optimism. Dark, oppressive colors in the bedroom can also play a role in how you perceive your circumstances. Colors like deep reds, grays, or black, while striking, can weigh down the energy of the room, fostering a sense of heaviness. Though these colors may be trendy, they don't always promote lightness or hope. Soft blues, greens, or neutral tones have a calming effect that promotes relaxation and mental clarity. The power of color psychology shouldn't be underestimated when curating a space that encourages prosperity. Another subtle yet impactful factor is the arrangement of decorative items. Having too many objects in a small space can feel overwhelming, creating a subconscious impression of clutter or lack of control. Financial abundance thrives in an atmosphere of openness and order. A bedroom filled with too many knickknacks, even those with sentimental value, can leave you feeling emotionally burdened. Instead, strive for minimalism by choosing a few key items that bring you joy and balance. This approach creates a space that feels both spacious and intentional, paving the way for clearer thinking and inspired decision-making. Items that evoke negative memories or associations can also hinder financial progress. For example, a piece of furniture inherited during a difficult time or decor gifted by someone with whom you have a strained relationship may carry residual emotional weight. Such objects can subtly remind you of hardship, fostering a mindset of scarcity. Replacing these items with ones that evoke positivity or represent your aspirations can transform your bedroom into a sanctuary that nurtures your goals. Lighting also plays an essential role in shaping your mood and energy levels. Overly harsh lighting can create tension, while dim or insufficient lighting can leave you feeling drained and unmotivated. Balanced lighting with layers of soft ambient and task lighting helps create an inviting atmosphere that supports both relaxation and focus. Good lighting not only promotes rest, but also encourages an optimistic outlook, which is crucial for financial success. Pay attention to the condition of your decor and furnishings. A chipped vase, fraying rug, or torn duvet cover may seem insignificant, but they contribute to an overall feeling of neglect. This feeling can subtly influence how you view other areas of your life, including your finances. Maintaining your surroundings in a state of care and repair reflects your commitment to growth and abundance. Replacing or repairing worn items sends a signal to your subconscious that you value your space and, by extension, yourself. The placement of items in your bedroom matters as well. A desk cluttered with bills or work-related items near your bed can create stress, as the bedroom should primarily be a space for rest. This division of space is crucial for maintaining boundaries that preserve your mental energy. Moving work-related objects out of sight can help you feel more at ease, allowing you to recharge fully and approach your financial goals with a refreshed perspective. Even something as seemingly trivial as the type of artwork you display can influence your mindset. For example, abstract or unclear imagery may subconsciously create a feeling of uncertainty. While such pieces can be stimulating in other parts of the home, the bedroom is a space that benefits from clarity and calmness. Choosing art that inspires confidence, such as landscapes or uplifting quotes, can serve as a daily reminder of abundance and potential. The energy of your bedroom extends beyond the decor itself to how you interact with the space. For example, using the bedroom for activities like eating or scrolling on your phone for hours can diminish its intended purpose as a restful retreat. This blurred boundary can lead to restless nights and a lack of focus during the day. Dedicate your bedroom to rest and renewal, reinforcing its role as a haven for recharging your energy and aligning with prosperity. The objects in your bedroom should serve a higher purpose, aligning with the principles of mindfulness and intentionality. When you surround yourself with items that represent peace, growth, and abundance, your space begins to support those same qualities within you. Every element, from the color palette to the placement of decor, contributes to the overall energy of the room, which in turn influences your outlook on life. Your bedroom reflects your inner world, and the choices you make within this space can either hinder or help you achieve financial success. By removing negative symbols, choosing uplifting decor, and fostering a sense of calm, you set the stage for not only better rest, but also clearer thinking and greater opportunities. Through mindful curation, your bedroom becomes a powerful ally in your journey toward abundance. Your bedroom is more than just a place for rest. It's a reflection of your inner world and the energies you invite into your life. In Buddhism, our surroundings are believed to influence not only our mood, but also the flow of energy that supports our intentions and goals. If your space feels chaotic, unbalanced, or heavy, it may subtly reinforce feelings of limitation and scarcity. This is why the items you keep in your bedroom and how you care for them matter deeply. They can either uplift your mindset or hold you back from the clarity needed to pursue abundance. Every object in your room carries energy, whether you're conscious of it or not. A cluttered nightstand or items stored under the bed may seem inconsequential, but these hidden distractions can create mental and emotional noise. Over time, this noise disrupts your ability to focus on financial opportunities, creativity, and growth. Clearing these items is like pressing a mental reset button. It creates space for new ideas, positive energy, and a sense of possibility to flow freely. Your sleep environment is particularly critical because it's where your mind and body rest and rejuvenate. Disruptive energy, like broken objects or clutter, can make this renewal incomplete, leaving you feeling drained and uninspired. When you repair or remove these items, you send a powerful signal to yourself. You are worthy of care and abundance. This act of mindfulness builds the foundation for a more balanced and prosperous life, starting with the small, intentional choices you make about your personal space. The aesthetic and arrangement of your bedroom also play a key role in shaping your mindset. If the energy in the room feels stifling or overwhelming, it can inadvertently create stress and limit your ability to think expansively. By choosing calming decor, ensuring balance in your furniture placement, and inviting in symbols of peace, you can cultivate an environment that supports relaxation and inspiration. These subtle changes can shift your perspective, allowing you to see opportunities instead of obstacles. As you make these adjustments, it's important to approach the process with mindfulness and gratitude. Recognize the transformation as an act of self-love and a step toward abundance, both financial and spiritual. Small changes in your space can ripple out into your life, fostering a sense of alignment and flow that goes far beyond the bedroom. When your external world reflects order and intention, it becomes easier to carry those qualities into all areas of your life, including your financial journey.